run it back, run it back, run it back.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you I'm a misconceiver. I'm a believer. Someone better kick my fever. Tell me it's 100 degrees underneath my whole flesh. Everyone tells me it's a bit of a mess. Someone tell the risk I was never at the end. I would never get it off my chest. Oh, I'm forgetful. Someone better tell me I was always on the edge. Overstay your bearings, I would never underestimate. Oh, barely, my bets are off. Everything was better.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here.
And New Orleans, big Snoop Dogg got a Madden league. His team is off the hook and you don't really want none, but if you do, come and get some. See, tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Tell your mama and tell your daddy and tell the whole damn world this is Madden territory. Come get some if you want some, but you ain't bad enough, so you can't take none. I'm Big Snoop Dogg and I'm the only one, and when it comes to Madden, all y'all fools my sons. Haha, bag up off me and watch you lose. Snoop Dogg is on the mic, I'm giving Madden blues. And if you choose to run up on me, you gon' get laid out so fast, cause I can get you with the run or I can hit you with the pass. Come on. I can't be touched and I can't be schemed. Roll it when I'm in a...
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go, set, 10-2 stop. Hey, let's get that ball here, let's get that ball right. Look at me, zipper.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. Sanders shaking and baking. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Set, ready, 18 Gator. Twist. Fire.
Off the play fake. Wallace. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Let's go now. 50, plant.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back.
On second down, it's Sanders. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Wallace. He'll get it in the hands of Clark, complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 27-yard line.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Here we go.
This time Jackson will throw it. He's going to fire one. And got his man. Complete. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability, as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion, guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'm trying to do better here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Wallace. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards there on a Falcon first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. Now Sanders. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves him with a more standard 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd down at the 44-yard line.
Down. 10 logo.
Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
Now.
Mike. 54's
Five. Ready.
To throw on 2nd down, Wallace. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And now off to the races, down the right side. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board.
At the 24-yard line.
Ready up.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Deep grip.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Show it.
You draw Corker. Get it.
Looking to throw. Wallace. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
A good return there, 17 yards, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10.
Check. Crunch. Crunch. Crunch.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 16, 1st down Tampa Bay.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. It had been a near-perfect beginning to this football game. Already a double-digit lead 1st quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Ronald Jones hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. And Sanders has it poked free. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. A fumble lost last week, now a fumble lost this week. Is this just growing pains of a rookie?
It is growing pains, but they can't afford them. Not him nor his team. That means extra work during the week with his coaching staff and extra work on his head to make sure he doesn't lose his confidence. They like him. They want him to flourish.
Because you know he wants to avoid that label of being a fumble machine.
It is a label that is hard to shed, and that just means teams come after you even more, ripping and raking at the football when you're carrying it.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
some of the most unselfish players on any football team? Defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Check, 45 the mic. All day, dog.
On second down now, it's Jones. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Jackson from the shotgun. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it's stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Hey, Alpha!
You're not ready. You're not ready. Mike 55, Mike.
Hey!
Eat. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Smooth! Hit it!
Looking to throw on second down. Wallace. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Wallace. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Plays and out. It's 4th down.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9.
We got this. Hey. Hey, Charlie. Shoot.
They'll try and throw for it here. And Adams has it complete. He's at the 40. And all the way down to the 26. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Wallace. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
After the interception, here's Jackson looking downfield for Godwin. This is intercepted. Picked off near the 42. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the 1st half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Ready? 60 or.
Check 45 to Mike. Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Kill, kill, kill.
Topper. Ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Switch.
Now.
Here's Sanders. And he'll get this down only to the 18. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Falcons on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4.
Foxtrot.
55 is my guy. 55.
Go.
Go.
Hey, Echo.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. So that'll back them up 5. Instead of a 3rd and 4, now they have to manage a 3rd and 9 after the delay of game.
High 7.
Mike, 55. Check 55, Mike.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
From the gun, Wallace. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Landry, the intended target. We haven't even escaped the 1st half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the 1st half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Pick it up, defense. Go. Slam. Save. Oh.
On second down, it's Jones. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones with his second touchdown here in this first half, as his guys continue to pour it on. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Yep. Play. Hey, check right.
Hey, exit.
That's trash. Mike 55, Mike 55.
To throw on second down. Wallace, his throw incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And it's third down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
The Falcons on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Wallace. And that's caught by Smith. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons.
A gain of 12. And the Falcon first down.
Let's go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
All day, defense, all day. Check this.
6-6, pull it high.
From the gun, Wallace. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Levante David making his presence felt in the backfield.
13 yards. It's second down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
58, the mic. I'm coming.
Looking to throw on second down. Wallace throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Got it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Good shot. baby. That's baby shot.
But let's go.
Operating from the gun, Wallace. And this is going to be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at the 20. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. From the 35 on 2nd down, Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Yeah, look the outlaw. Check, 59. Switch up.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Devondre Campbell flies in to blow that play up. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 36-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Wallace. And that is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter. A lot of time to change things. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Go.
Buzz. Be ready. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. In your face.
Look at me. Zipper. Get it ready.
Off play action. Wallace. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Hey, Jack.
Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. And that'll set them back 5. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it.
Hey, Delta.
45, Mike, 45. Too little.
Now.
They're going to try and throw. And that's complete to Adams. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10.
First down, Atlanta.
Set. 60 outlaw. Hey, Orbit. Big grip.
The final shot before break. Wallace looking here for Smith downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And the now 40-year-old veteran able to put this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 20. Yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. It was Reggie Ragland who got him down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Set, ready. Now to work. Rotate. Spell. Then you get the ball. Short. 52's the mark.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson rumbling past the 30. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Now Jackson on first down. And that's caught. inside the 30. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Let's go.
They'll go again with Sanders. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Come on, set. 70, Indy.
Hey.
5.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Going for it with Sanders. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go. Check 52. 22, check. Over. 22, check.
They'll try the left side. Meadows, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now it's Jackson. Airing this one out for Evans. And this is caught inside the 5. 39 yards there, a big one.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
Mike 45. Oh, you got deep? No. Move. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Stephon Tuitt came out of Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wondered, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
They come up in an offset eye. Back at the 5-yard line now. 2nd and goal.
Fresno.
They'll keep it on the ground. Meadows. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Tighten up, tighten up.
On 3rd down, Meadows. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. And his kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. It's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize it at that point.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead.
Buccaneers 52, Falcons 3.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. Good job by their weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 40, 30, 10, and he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. 82 yards. And the Falcons are able to make things a bit more respectable. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. So they get 1 score back, but still a long ways to go here in this 3rd quarter.
Buccaneers 52, Falcons 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach. He's got daylight. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5, and he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great play there. 76 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Boy, the action just coming fast and furious right now. If you got up to go get a drink from the fridge, you picked the wrong time. 2 long touchdowns.
Yeah, and that's how you answer a 1-play drive with a 1-play drive of your own. And you're exactly right. If you step away from the action, my dad took me to a Major League Baseball game when I was 8. And I needed to go to the bathroom. Of course, while we're in the bathroom, grand slam home run.
Well, it tends to happen that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, my dad still hasn't forgiven me.
His
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead will swell by one more.
Buccaneers 59, Falcons 10. Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now the defense going to use the first. Their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Parker, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Go, go. Shoot.
Off the play fake. Wallace. He's going to air one out. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 36 yards on the play.
First down, Falcons.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off play action. Wallace looking deep for Adams. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Davante Adams. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Falcons claw one back. Gold to add the extra point. So they get 1 score back, but still a long ways to go here in this 3rd quarter.
Buccaneers 59, Falcons 17.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the
Red Sea parts, and there he goes. He's at the 30, the 20. It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. And even 60 yards.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Here's Jackson to throw, and he's got his tight end Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. O.J. Howard, his second touchdown on the season as his guys continue to pour it on. Point after, right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead.
Makes the score Buccaneers 66, Falcons 17.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And a Falcon first down.
Set, ready, 30 base.
55.
Hey, tighten down. There you go. Bravo. Now.
On first down, Wallace looking deep for Adams. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Mark 55. Mark 55. I'm on. Buzz.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wallace. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
And a Falcon first down.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run with Sanders. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go.
To throw on 2nd down, Wallace looking deep for Adams, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Wallace toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for Landry that time. That'll bring up 2nd down. I think this is what this game's become now. Just go deep, see if we can get something to go our way.
Yeah, not the most creative or most inventive play call there, but not much has worked for them throughout this game. They're almost at a loss about what to dial up.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Yes.
55 is mine, guys. 55. Hey, here we go. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in.
X3. 218. Chopper.
They'll run. It's Sanders. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Off the play fake. Wallace to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver there, Ian Thomas, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that'll be hauled in by the tight end. It's Hooper for the Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are able to make things a bit more respectable. Gold with the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
24.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. He's going to rifle one, and that's caught inside the 35. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Now the extra point try forthcoming. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Buccaneers 73, Falcons 24.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Shrugs him off. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Down.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Here we go, here we go. Switch.
Protein spill.
Check the backer.
Another run with Sanders. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion and 8 tries. Not good. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Here we go.
Hey!
Let's go right here.
Snap!
Now a carry for Sanders. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Big grip.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
The Falcons on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, Wallace. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Back to throw. Wallace. Now a desperation throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off here the 32. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Watch twist. Watch twist. Go.
Motion backfield. Motion backfield.
45's the mark. Target, 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 target. Go.
On first down, Meadows. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he gets this one down to the 24. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Lucky.
They'll keep it on the ground. Meadows. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Buccaneers, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.